So, of course, we all know about the sad, tragic, thing that happened when Damar Hamlin, who plays for the Buffalo Bills, he just collapsed, had cardiac arrest during the game, and they had to stop the game, took him to the hospital. Before he even got to the hospital, though, his heart had stopped for 9 minutes. Paramedics or people there had to give him CPR for like almost 10 minutes to get his heart starting back up, and then they took him to the hospital. His mom was there, so she rode to the hospital with him, and it's just sad, man. It's a mess. Prayers out to him, his family, friends, fans, and then just everybody, man. But really, prayers out to him. You really hope that a young man like that playing a sport, an athlete, would be in good health. But just goes to show you never really know. And I'm hoping for the best for him. They've had to postpone the game. No telling when that's going to happen. But it's definitely been some controversy around this. Which, of course, why would there have to be controversy around this? It should be very simple. But everything has to be controversial, especially when you got online stuff, social media sites where people say stuff. Everybody's going to interpret things, and it becomes an issue. And what I would say to that is, like, none of that matters. This man is fighting for his life. He got his family, his loved ones. He got people that depend on him, and he's young. So you really don't, this is a terrible, terrible, terrible situation, and you just want the best for him. But I'll comment on the Skip Bayless thing. So I'm hearing a lot of people go at Skip Bayless and say he was insensitive and he didn't care. And I think the timing of what he said was insensitive, yes, but I think people misunderstood what he was saying. And I'm no Skip Bayless apologist. I know Skip is it's a lot of problematic things with him. I agree 100%. I'm not a Skip Bayless apologist. I know that he can be a piece of crap. But I will say this. I think people didn't really understand what he was saying. I don't think he meant that the game should have been restarted. I don't think that he was advocating that the NFL just restart the game, get him in the ambulance car and start up the game again, ambulance truck, and then start the game up again. I think that he was just speaking matter-of-factly because he does talk about sports. I think he was just speaking in a matter-of-fact way, like, well, what are they going to do? Like, really, really question, well, what is the NFL going to do? I don't think he was like, a lot of people were saying that, oh, why are you doing this, man? Of course they should stop the game. Again, I don't think he was arguing against that. He actually said the opposite in the tweets, in the tweets he put out. But does that make it all right? No. I still think that it was super insensitive to bring that up. I still think that he was wrong. I don't think that should have been said at that moment. But I don't think this particular instance makes him the boogeyman or evil. I just think he's really stupid in this particular instance, and that's it. But I can definitely understand why people would be upset. It's just not the time to hear that, and really you should just be like, prayers and hopes, well wishes and all that. You shouldn't really be like, I get that you commentate on sports, on football, and you were just curious, but that's probably a thing you keep to yourself, and you don't have to put that out there at this time, because it does come off as very like uncaring, and you already have the reputation that you have, which I'm sure Skip doesn't care, but you still don't want to some degree, you don't want people to think that you're a heartless monster. I would hope you wouldn't want anybody to think that. But yeah, that happened, and then Gilly posted something about it, and Gilly the kid was posting that he found out that Damar's favorite podcast was $1 Million Worth of Game, and now people killing him for it because they like, oh, you trying to promote your show. And I think that one is crazy. No, Gilly is not trying to promote his show. He was really just something he probably just, like he said, he just saw and thought that was a trip. It's like, dang, man, he be listening to us. Dang, that's messed up. People, of course, think everything has this ulterior motive. I don't know either way if Gilly was trying to sneak promote or not. I'm gonna lean towards not, because I read it and it didn't come off that harmful to me. It's just him just talking about what we all talking about and just commenting how that's crazy that he liked my podcast. I think most people would say that, at least, especially if you're coming out publicly and saying something. I've heard people say stuff like that all the time about people. Oh, and he used to tell me how much, or they used to tell me how much they were a fan of me, how much they loved me, or a fan of my show, or a fan of my movies, or whatever, or podcast. I've heard people say that all the time. I think sometimes we gotta get out of this getting ready, like looking for some trouble, like being ready to just go off on anybody, wanting there to be an issue, and just take a step back and be like, all right, whatever, because that's really a nothing thing, but everybody's gotta get mad over everything. So I'm gonna just say this again, let's just keep it on the positive energy, positive thoughts for Damar Hamlin, and pray that he makes a full recovery, and pray that he's able to continue playing football, which I know is a secondary thing. But so first of all, full recovery for the brother. I know his mom's there with him, freaking out. So our baby is fighting for his life. Just prayers and well wishes.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.